Okay, like she said, my name is Anna Woods. I am a personal trainer, group exercise instructor. I've done this for about 13 years. And so they asked me to come out and demonstrate some stretches and some warm-up exercises that would be really good for joints when you spend a lot of time in the garden bending over. I work a lot with older adults and adults with special needs, and so a lot of my clients have joint issues that usually require extra mobility and stretching, which is a lot of the steps that most of us skip when it comes to a workout program. So a lot of the biggest complaints that I get are shoulders, because a lot of our movement is forward, posture issues, because you're bending over, and as you go throughout the day working in your garden, your posture gets less and less, lending to good health and back strength because you're bending over all day. So I came up with a couple exercises that I want you to do before you garden. You could even do after, that are going to warm up your joints. So the first one's simple. If you're getting ready to go on your garden, you're just going to stand in place and circle your arms to the back. This is going to stretch out across here. We tend to do everything forward moving. We sit forward, we work forward, so we're always really tight across this area and have really bad posture, because a lot of us stand like this after working in the garden or just doing anything. So you're going to do circles to the back, and you're going to get bigger as you go. I would say about 20 of those. Then the next one you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms up as high as you can, because we're reaching on stretching up, again, working the tightness here, and you're going to throw them back behind you. You're going to bring them up and throw them back again. So I would say 10 to 20 of those. Nice, easy pace. Then you're going to add on. So if you're working in the garden, you should have your handy little equipment with you. So we're going to add on to this movement. You're going to grab on to your hoe or whatever you have near you, and you're going to bring it up and stretch, and then bring it back down. This just adds a stable surface to bring those arms up overhead. A lot of people have issues with one shoulder not moving as well as the other, so grabbing onto this is going to bring both joints up at the same time evenly and help pull on the one joint that's weaker. Then the other movement you're going to do is put the rake behind your head or the hoe behind your head. You're going to slide your arms out wide. This one's going to work on stretching the lower back and the hamstrings, which are really tight, typically from being in this position all day long. So you're going to bend your knees just slightly, and you're going to lean forward and stretch out your lower back. Nice and slow. Again, these are warm-up stretches, not for speed here. So go until you feel a really nice, good stretch in the back of the legs and then the lower back. Don't lock the knees out, but don't bend them too much either, because the more you bend them, the more the stretch becomes here, and what we want it is on the back of the legs. So I would say 5 to 10, just nice, easy motion here. Then the last one I'll have you do is, let's say you have a bucket or a garden stool, like I have a handy bucket here. Because you're doing a lot of bending over work, ideally what we would like to see is squatting. So whether you're sitting on a low bucket or a stool or a chair, that's going to help take that pressure off your low back. So we got to warm up those muscles. So what I'll have you do is, if you have a chair or a garden stool or something, you're going to sit on the low bucket or chair, and you're going to stand back up. Again, working the hips, the knees, the calves, stretching out the calf muscles to warm up those muscles that we want to use. A lot of times when we don't warm those muscles up, then they don't fire correctly and we're not using them effectively. So squatting to the low box is going to warm up those leg muscles to help you be more relaxed when you're working in your garden and bending over a lot. So remember to squat, not bend over. So those are my exercise tips that I would recommend you doing. 5 to 10 of each, nice and slow. Take you maybe 5 minutes before you head out in the morning to do your work. So thank you so much.